are going to continue with the 56th verse of the Vishnu Sahastranam. And these words reads, Ajo Maharaha Swabhavyo Jit Mitra Pramodana Jita Mitra Pramodana Anando Nandano Nanda Anando Nandano Nanda Satya Karma Trivikrama. There are 10 names and we'll go one by one as always. So the first name is Ajaha. Aja word is made of two words, there's two letters, A and Ja. Ja dhatu, Ja, the base of dhatu is called. It means birth, Janma, Jayati. So it's all related to birth and existence, the being born. So Ja. When we put a prefix A in front of that, it makes a negative or opposite meaning for any word, like pavitra, apavitra, shraddha, ashraddha, satya, asatya, and you can mention many. So it makes a opposite word, So ja means janma, aja means one who has no janma. So one who is not born. Ja means born. Aja means the one who is not born. So God is always there. It's called Adi. It starts with that. He's number one. Everything else, other letters, So God is Ajanma. And so that's why one of his names is Aja. And this is how he starts imparting knowledge to Arjuna. When Arjuna was very frustrated and ran down and cried and he said, I'm not going to fight, and he collapsed. That time God infuses the knowledge and that makes him stand up and do the impossible task. So he starts with this. He says, Arjuna, you are unnecessarily lamenting. You, me, or all these warriors you see, they were not there before. They are manifest now and they won't be there. It will never be a time when you will cease to exist or they will cease to. It means you are eternal. Your essential nature is Atman, which is always going to be there. So your bodies may be there, but your bodies are not there. So you are unnecessarily lamenting, he said. So that's what he explains, very profound way. And he says, this comes in the second chapter. So he says, Jatasya hi dhruvo mruti. Jatasya, see again the Ja comes here. Jatasya means the one who is born. Jatasya. Jatasya hi dhruvo. Dhruvo means for sure. Jatasya hi dhruvo mrutyu. Dhruvam janma mrutasya cha. And the one who is dead will certainly be born. Jatasya hi dhruvo mrutyu. This comes in the second chapter. Jatasya hi dhruvo mrityu dhruvam janma mritasya cha tasmat apariharyarthe. Tasmat means therefore. Tasmat apariharyarthe, which you cannot change. Tasmat apariharyarthe natvam sochitum arhasi. Arjuna, you should not lament on something which you cannot change. And this is the reality. As a soul, you are permanent. Now, if you cry about the body, what can I do? No? And then again, he explains this profound truth. And this time he doesn't use the word born or death. No. So he says, Avyaktadini bhutani. Avyakt means unmanifest. Vyakt means manifest. Again, see the a prefix makes it unmanifest. Avyakt adini bhutani means all these people were not there before, were not manifest before. Avyakt Adini Bhutani, Vyakta Madhyani Bharata. In between they were visible and they are manifest. Avyakta Nidhananeva Tatraka Paridevana. And they will be unmanifest again. So why do you lament? He wants us to understand, Lord Almighty wants us to understand the real essence of us, and then the fear of death and birth and everything is gone. So these two slokas are very profound, and that's how he starts explaining about Atman, Anatman, and separating Atman and Anatman is called Viveka. That's what Monish Bhai was telling. Viveka means you are able to separate Atman and Anatman. So God is God, and we are part of God. So God is unborn, unmanifest. We are also as an Atman, unborn, unmanifest. We are Atman. Atman resides in us. Do we feel it? We don't see it. We don't feel it. We are doubtful about it. So that's what this word explains, that the God is Ajanma. And so Aja. So that's why God is called Ajar, Amar, Avyaya, triad. Ajar means there is no old age. Jara means old age. Ajar, Amar means one who has no death or everlasting. Ajar, Amara, Avyaya. Avyaya means which doesn't get depleted. Means it's not going to change one cell in the body or that kind of situation. So God is Ajar, Amar, Avyaya. Another so that explains the physical characteristic of Almighty Lord or us. Same thing. We are not Ajar. But certainly, as a soul, you are Amar, and your soul doesn't get old. So soul doesn't get old. I was 20 years old, and whatever I feel, the same my soul feels now. So as far as the soul is concerned, the feeling is universal, uniform. Whether you are 18, 20, or 78. That is because it is beyond that those negative aspects which the body goes through that. So this is the real meaning that God is Ajanma. And we learned that in Vishnu Sahastranam, in the fifth verse, if you remember, we should go from time to time. In the fifth verse, Lord says, Swayambhu, remember? Swayambhu Sambhuraditya. Swayambhu means who means existence. The one who comes to existence on his own. Swayambhu Sambhuraditya. Puskarakso Mahaswamur. Anadi Nidanam Dhata Vidhata Dhaturuttama. This is a very beautiful sloka, fifth sloka of the Vishnu Sahastranama, where God says, Swayambhu, I come, I manifest myself whenever I want to. I become manifest. He always exists. He says, I am around you, I am within you, I am in everything, but I am unmanifest. So he doesn't have to come from somewhere, no. So only thing, is manifest or unmanifest. So that's what it says. Swayambhu Sambhuraditya Pushkarakso Mahaswanda. There are 10 names in that verse also. We did it before. But the purpose to mention that is that God is manifest himself, comes as a. So that is our famous sloka tells us. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanirvavati bharata abhyuthanam adharmasya tada atmanam srujamyaham. I come into existence. I manifest on my own. So that spatial power of God is called Aja. So God has several powers, and one of the triad of powers is Paramatma, his Maya, and his Mahamaya, or Yog Maya. So Maya has a projectile power. It projects the world on us, projectile power. And Mahamaya or Yog Maya, it is also called, it conceals the Lord. So it has two powers. The Almighty has two powers, power of projection through the Maya and power of concealment, means he is unmanifest. That's why he tells in Bhagavad Gita. So you can learn the scriptures through Gita. Learning Gita through Gita, I call. So in Gita it comes. Naham prakasya sarvasya. I'm not manifest to everybody, okay? Naham prakasya sarvasya. Why? Yoga Maya samabhuta. I'm covered with the Yoga Maya. I'm behind the Yoga. Mudho na bhi janati loko mam ajam avayam. He calls people who don't have spiritual development or understanding as a mudha. Mudha means dull, no? Or the one who has never explored this path. Mudho means the one who has not explored this. Mudha na bhi janati means they wouldn't know me. Nanati. My this concealed appearance or concealed power, they will not know. Na aham prakasa sarvasya. I am not manifest to everyone. With the spiritual understanding and effort, slowly the words will make sense, words will appeal to you, words will make the things clear, and that is called manifest. Otherwise, who knows? I don't know. That's it. And the people shrug the shoulder very, very efficiently, you know. So that is maybe a lack of understanding. But the people who go after it, their understanding becomes clearer and clearer. They have no doubt. So that is aja. That is aja or unmanifest. The second name is Maha. This is also made up of two words. Maha. Maha means great, best. Maha. Arha means worship or devotion or bhakti. So Maha means great or the highest. Arha means puja, bhakti or devotion. So the one who deserves that is called Maha Arha. So Maha, what do you put? Everything becomes great. Atma, Mahatma, Deva, Mahadeva. So like great and the best in that category. You know? So Arha means puja. Or who do you worship? The one who is great, one who is worthy. And God being the most worthy in the universe, his puja is called Maha Puja or Maha Arha. He deserves that devotion and that worship that is called Maha Arha, because he is the highest. It's like Modi ji comes to this place or to our assembly, we will give him the best place. We'll give him the best bouquet. We'll give him the bouquet first. We won't give him the bouquet last. So we will give him similarly. God is 1,000 times higher than all the worldly thing. So he deserves everything. And why God is the best and deserves the highest? He explains to us. Now, again in the Gita, it comes in Gita. And he says, the Pita Ahamasya Jagato, that comes in the 9th chapter. Beautiful 3 sequence of verses which tells why we should be crazy about God, or why we should worship God, or why we should even talk about God. So he mentions that Pita Aham Asya Jagato, Pita, Father. Pita Aham Asya Jagato, of this universe I am the Father. Understand? No? Pita Aham Asya Jagato. Mata Dhata Pitama. Also mother. I'm father, I'm mother, I'm grandfather. Pitama. Pita Aham Asya Jagato. Mata Dhata Pitama. Vidyam Pavitra Omkara. I am the Vedas. Vidyam Pavitra Omkara. My name is Om. Omkara. Vidyam Pavitra Omkara. Ruka Sama Yajure Vacha. These 3 Vedas he mentions. Ruka Veda, Sam Veda, Ajur Veda. Pitama Sejgato Mata Dhata Pitama. Vidyam Pavitra Omkara. Ruka Sam Yajure Vacha. And then he says, Gatir Bharata Prabhu comes in 9th chapter. Beautiful. That is that's where God explains Raj Vidya. And so Vidyam Pavitra Omkar Ruk Sam Yajur. Gatir bharta. Gati means I am the goal. Gati means the direction or goal. So Gatir bharta means maintainer. Gatir bharta. Prabhu is in charge. Prabhu. Sakshi, the witness. Gatir bharta. Prabhu. Sakshi. Nivasa Saranam Sruhat. I'm your ultimate Sharana, means refuge. It's a Saranam Sruhat. At the same time, I'm your very dear friend. I'm maintainer of you. Saranam Sruhat. Prabhava means I'm the cause of your birth. Prabhava. Pralaya, I'm the cause of your death also. I will be the cause of your death. I'm the cause of your birth. Prabhava, Pralaya, Sthanam, Nidhanam means a permanent resident, Nidhanam. Bijam means your seed. You come from me. Seedam avya, in unperishable seed. That's what you are. Good. And so he tells all these things. You are not independent entity. You are from me. You are born because of me. You will die because of me. Everything. So, and then he says how I maintain you. He explains very nicely. Tapamyam amvarsam. Through the sun, I provide the heat and temperature. Tapamyaham. From the ocean, I create the clouds. Tapamyaham aham varsham. The rain is me. Tapamyam aham varsham. Nigruhani means I get the water as a vapor. Nigruhani. Utsrajami, and I pour the water where it is needed. I do this without anybody, without any expectation. That's why you exist. Tapamya aham varsam. Nigruhani utsrujami cha. Amrutam cheva mrutyuscha. Death and being deathless. Amrutasya mrutyuscha. Sat asat aham Arjuna. Arjuna, I am Sat means eternal existence. I am Asat, temporary, what you see. That also is me. If something is so powerful, is worthy of your puja and salutation and the highest puja, that's why he's called Maha Arha, worthy of our highest puja. What is the highest puja? Highest puja is not to be done in the very big temple or with a diamond jewelry and very expensive statues. No, no, no. That is not Mahapuja. So the God says, no, that Mahapuja or the highest puja is Ananya Bhakti. When you have nothing else in your mind and if the thought is Ananya Bhakti, probably we talked about it, but we'll talk again one time. What is Ananya Bhakti? Ananya, again the word, same. Anya means something else. Ananya means nothing else. See, a prefix works wonders, no? Ananya. Ananya Bhakti means no nothing else. So that is the highest and the best and the most powerful one. That is Arha. So that is Ananya Bhakti. And with that, God says that is what God deserves. That is what is we are required to do. And that he tells beautifully that is the easiest way to know me. Otherwise, there is no place it is said that it is God is easy to get. So Ananya Cheta Satatam comes in the 8th chapter, 8:14. Ananya Cheta Satatam. Ananya Cheta. Cheta means mind, consciousness. Ananya Cheta Satatam means always. Ananya Cheta Satatam. Yo mam smarati nityasa. The one who remembers me. Nitya means every day. Nityasa. Tasya aham sulabha partha. For them, I am very easy. Tasya aham sulabha partha. Nitya yuktasya yogina. With this kind of yogi, I am very easy to get. Only in one place in the scripture it is mentioned that I am very easy to attain. Otherwise, every place says it's tough. It is not a joke. No, and it demands money. God says no, 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 no. If you change your consciousness to me, I am very easy. So that's why these 8:14 Shlok are beautiful. All slokas are beautiful, and to remember them forever is great, because through that you can learn new things. Gita through Gita. Ananya cheta satatam yo mam smrati nityasah tasya aham sulabha partha. Sulabh is easy. Sulabha partha. Nitya means daily. Yuktasya means united. Nitya yuktasya yogina. That's why he tells Arjuna, Yogir Bhava Arjuna. He didn't say Tapasvi Bhava Arjuna or Daneshwari Bhava Arjuna or Karma Yogi. He said Yogi. So he says Yogi, whether it is Karma Yoga or Bhakti Yoga, but B. Tasmat Yogir Bhava Arjuna. So that is the word Mahar Aha. So now we will never forget. Why this is the highest puja? Otherwise, no, we don't want to examine superficially. This is the profound meaning given by Shankaracharya and great acharyas in the scriptures. No? The third name is Swabhavya. Swabhavya. Swa, Bhava. Swa means self. Bhava means come to existence or be. So one who is similar to Aja, means Swabhava, the one who created his own self. It's called Swabhava, Swabhavya. So the word Swabhavya means one who has created himself is called Swabhava, Swabhavya. And he, like we mentioned, he's always there, he's unmanifest. And the way to realize is through, again, the knowledge. If you have the knowledge and if you follow the scriptures in the right path, you go to the right destination. It's like you follow the medical books right way, under the guidance of a right instructor, you become the best doctor. Similarly, say you follow this exactly, and then you can attain to the highest, which is a creator. No? And he explains that very beautifully. And he says, Sriyan Dravya Maya Yagnat. There are different kinds of yagna. Dravya Yagna, Tapo Yagna, Yoga Yagna, Tathapare. Means these are different kinds of yagnas done by money, done by material, done by for different reasons. Of all these yagnas, the Gnan Yagna, what we are doing is called Gnan Yagna. We are only talking about knowledge. No? That's it. And that's also divine knowledge. We are not talking about medical knowledge, how much cholesterol should be, and those things are important, but we are not discussing. I can discuss that even in more profound way, but that is not our goal. The goal is to understand the spiritual science. So Dravya Yagna, so Sriyan Dravya Yagna Maya, Gnan Yagna Parantapa. Of all yagnas, this Gnan Yagna is superior. Sarva karma khila partha gnane parisamaapyate. All your actions will end up in knowledge. You do something, you will acquire some knowledge. So the ultimate goal or ultimate outcome will be the knowledge. And the knowledge of about Creator, God says that you have to go through the scriptures, through the man of knowledge. You cannot get it on your own because it is very demanding and only words. It's like you cannot become a gynecologist by just reading the books at home, no matter how much you read. So you need an instructor, you need a college. Similarly, you need an instructor. Sri Andrave Maya Agnat Gnan Yagna Parantava Sarvakarma Kila Partha Gnane Tat Vidhi Pranipatena, knowing that. Tat Vidhi Pranipatena Pariprasnena Sevaya. Then, knowing this, that the instructor is very important to you, you prostrate before such a man and gently ask any question you have. Tat Vidhi Pranipatena means prostration. Pranipate. Pariprasnena means gently asking them, not for wasting time or intellectual exercise. God is not intellectual exercise. Tad vidhi pranipatina pariprasnena sevaya updekshayanti te gnanam gnanina tattvadarshina. And in return, the man of knowledge will impart knowledge. And once you get that knowledge, what happens? Tad vidhi pariprasnena se updekshayanti te gnanam gnanino tattvadarshina. Yat gnatva na punarmoham. Once you know about the creator and creation, yat gnatva na punarmoham. Again, you will not get confused at all. Once you know the truth, you are beyond these doubts and questions and confusion. Yat gnatva na punarmoham evam asasipana. And what will happen? Ena bhutani ashekshena drakshasi atmani yathame. Then you will see the whole beings, every being within yourself. Drakshasi Atmani. And then you will see the whole creation within me. Listen very carefully. Once you get the knowledge about the Creator and the scriptures, no, then all your doubts will disappear. And so that yad gnatva na punarmoham means delusion will go away. Punarmoham. Evam asijam. Ena bhutani asekshana means everything you will see within yourself. Means you will feel we are all the same. Asekshan. Drakshasi atmani yathomai. And then you will see that creation in me. That is called Vasudeva Sarvamiti. Everything is God. That feeling will come to. That is why this knowledge is very important. So that is Swabhavya, because he is the creator. He comes in existence. That is what we are worshipping. That is what we want to know. Why we want to know? Because that's where the source of bliss is. We all are dying for happiness. We want to be happy. We want to be eternally happy. Eternally happy is called bliss. We want to be eternal, and eternal happiness cannot come in from the supermarket, It will only come through the knowledge. And where is the source? Almighty is the source. That's why, even for our personal gain, because we are very selfish people. So we say, what is there for me? Yes, that is what for you is eternal happiness and bliss. After the knowledge of God, he will shower the grace on you. Unless he showers the grace, you can never have bliss. You can have little Starbucks coffee here and be happy, or have some rasgulla and say, okay, I was in blissful, no? Okay, it is 5 seconds job. Those things are available in the market. But if you are looking for bliss and peace, which everybody is looking, because temporary bliss or temporary happiness, which is available in the markets, is going to leave you thirsty. Shankaracharya ji says it will leave you behind thirsty. And that's what our experience is. That how many times we went on beach, or how many times we went to movie. Did we ever feel satisfied? No, again you want to do, again you want, because it leaves you behind thirsty and incomplete. So what makes you complete? That is the bliss of the Almighty makes you complete. That's why that is the personal, our selfish reason to understand these scriptures. The next name is Jita Mitra. This also is made up of two words. Jita means conquering or controlling or be winning. Jita Amitra. There are two words, Jita Mitra, but if you separate out Sandhi, is a Jita Amitra. Again, Amitra. Mitra means friend. Amitra means not friend, means an enemy. So Jita Mitra. So this A prefix, no, I found for 10 words here. No? So Jita Amitra. Amitra means not friend or enemy. God has conquered all his enemies. God is without enemies. No external enemies, no internal enemies. We have two kinds of enemies. External enemies, which you bump across somebody, or somebody doesn't like, and you get into mess, and that is external enemy. Internal enemies, your own headache. These internal enemies are six. We discussed that before. Kam, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsar. Six. Kam, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mad, Matsar. You have to memorize this. So these six are internal enemies. So as long as your internal enemies or external enemies, you are not peaceful. You create more enemies, you will be restless. Smuggler may steal money and tons of money he may have stored in his house, but he's restless because he has millions of enemies, and police force is after him, so he's restless, and internal guilt is there. So he has internal enemies and external enemies. So he is devoid of sleep and peace. So the one who is devoid of internal and external enemies, he is peaceful and blissful. And God, who is that? The God is devoid of all these enemies. When he came as an avatara, first thing he did is to finish the wicked. To destroy the wicked, God was merciless. So I thought in Krishna avatar he only killed 5 people. No, there are several more he killed. There are so many asuras, Baksasur and Kans and these Madhusudan and all these, so many other demons he killed because he doesn't want to leave external enemies. Especially, he comes here to re-establish the peace and dharma. So how can you establish dharma if there are wicked? Who is wicked? Wicked is the one who disturbs the creation and his creation. So who disturbs the dharma on which the creation functions is called adharma. Anything that disturbs the creation or the functioning of creation is adharma. If I go to a garden and damage the garden, I'm doing adharma. If I go to a garden and enjoy the garden, then there's no problem. But if I bribe a gardener and say, okay, this plant I like, you give it to me for my home, that is adharma. So that is again the vivek comes. So God doesn't want any enemy outside or inside. And how do you get rid of? God says, do only focus on bad qualities now. Don't worry about acquiring good qualities, because good qualities there are 26. Bad qualities are only 6, and that also 6 is only related to one quality, one enemy. And what is your one enemy only? The 6 are not enemies. 6 are the byproducts of one enemy. So what is it? One is only karma. So that's why the mastermind karma or desire. Kama is the mother. Krodha and Lobha are her children. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mad, Matsar. Out of that arrogance, out of that jealousy, all those things are very minor ones. They will die down. Without mother, they will not survive. So you assault on Kama. So that's why it says control your desires. So, and that also is bad qualities, you get rid of it, God says. But don't worry about good qualities. It's like somebody is doing a farming or gardening. What do? You get rid of the weeds. The farmer gets rid of the weeds. He doesn't leave the weeds and say, okay, let me put fertilizer and pour water. Then the weeds will grow also. So the first thing he has to do is to get rid of the weeds. The moment he removes the weeds, the grains will take care of itself with a little water and crops. But if he's watering the weeds, he will be in a mess. So that's why if you have dirty qualities, you will be in a mess forever. Even if you become a big donor or try to become some charitable guy or a philanthropist, it won't help you. So that's why it's like removing the weeds. So Jita Mitra means the one who has conquered. Amitra, outside enemies as well as inside enemies. Then, and God is the one, and God advises us to us to do that. And he explains very wisely that how can you see, sometimes we mistakenly think that desires are very helpful. No, that's how I became a doctor. Yes, yes, that's a good desire. That is intellectual desire. God is not talking about intellectual or your spiritual desire. He's talking about your selfish desires, egocentric desires. That is what he's talking about. Get rid of that. Nobody stops you from learning Sanskrit or learning Chinese. No, it's a good thing. No? So learn computer. No, that is not that's an intellectual desire. You want to open a hospital, it is a spiritual desire. So be my guest, but your selfish, egocentric, sensual desires, you get rid of it. Otherwise, it will harass you. Nothing else. So that is a and then he tells how do you conquer your karma or desire. And that's why he gives a location. This desire resides in senses and mind. They reside in senses and mind. So first of all, Arjuna, control your senses. It resides in senses. Tasmat, therefore, you control the senses first. And once the senses are controlled, and and mind is controlled, because the senses put all the load on the mind. So once the mind is controlled and senses are controlled, then this karma will be under your control. But we do everything contrary to that. We spoil the senses to the highest. Starting from a toddler, we spoil. And we spoil to our heart's content. And then we say, oh, why my teenager is not behaving? Of course, you spoiled him. That's why it's not behaving. So that is besides the point, with that everybody will have to decide on their own. They want to pamper the senses and be the slave, or they want to control the senses, be the master. That is up to individual. That's where the difference comes. Then there are paths separates out. So but the guidance is given 100%. And we have seen that in while studying the Bhagavad Gita. So Jit Mitra. The next one is Pramodana. Pramodana means bliss, the source of bliss, the giver of bliss. See, now comes the master. If you want the bliss and peace, he is the distributor. He is the in charge. So that is why his name is Pramodana, ever blissful, the one who gives bliss, the one whose grace will bring bliss to you. That is called Pramodana. So, so, so that is the God Almighty. That's why he's called Krupa Sindhu. Means he showers the grace. So he's an ocean of grace. Krupa Sindhu means an ocean. So he's full of Krupa and Ananda Sindhu, and he's full of bliss. Ananda Sagar is an ocean. So he has it is it's a mine, gold mine. So you tap that gold mine instead of tapping small resources. No? If you want a gold, you go to the place where the gold mine is. You don't go to a jewelry shop and spend tons of money to get little piece of, if you have access to that. So the God is the gold mine of bliss and peace. So Purna Anando Hari. God is Purna and Anando Hari. Tasmat Krishna eva gatir mama. That's why Krishna is my destination. Why? For my selfish reason, because he is the source of all this peace and bliss. And so once you get that understanding and the real path, then eternal bliss is yours. God is waiting to shower that. But we are doing shopping somewhere else. So God says, so I'm sorry, you are busy, you were not home. No. But if you focus inward towards the God, the source of grace will be showered to you right away. That's what it says. So Shankaracharya ji explains very nicely, and he says, Yoga rato va bhoga rato va Sangarato va sangavihina yasya brahmani ramate chittam nandati nandati nandati. It comes in Bhaj Govindam. So Bhaj Govindam sloka, Shankaracharya ji says, Yoga ratova bhoga ratova. Such a yogi or a person, whether he is alone and pursuing path of God or doing meditation, or he is enjoying outside world, yoga ratova bhoga ratova. Sangha ratova sangha vihina, whether he is alone or in a company of others. Sangha ratova sangha vihina. Yasya brahmani ramate chittam. The one whose mind is roaming in Brahman or in God. Brahman means God. Yasya brahmani means in Brahman. Ramate chittam. Nandati nandati nandati. He is the one. He is the only one who is rejoicing. Other ones are drinking coffee and they have temporary bliss. But the man whose mind is roaming, that is called Ananya Bhakti, whose mind is roaming in God, he is enjoying eternal bliss every time, whether he is meditating or doing his worldly duties or going in the company or doing his social duties or whatever. So yoga rato va bhoga rato va sangha rato va sangha vihina yasya brahmani ramate chittam nandati nandati nandati. We did the Bhaj Govindam 31 verses one time, no? But you have to keep repeating this one till it becomes part of you, no? So, then you can use it anytime you want, So it is in your pocket, It's like don't leave home without MasterCard, like that, So you have that mm, Gita with you at all the time, and that is the why. That is the advantage of that. So pramodana, these are that is the name of the meaning. Anando, always blissful, always in Anand. I said that is the and the source of that one is God, nothing else. That's why it is as a Krishna Astakam starts with. We are going to start our conference with Krishna Astakam, and it starts with always in Anand. I said that is the and the source of that one is God, nothing else. That's why it is as a Krishna Astakam starts with. We are going to start our conference with Krishna Astakam, and it starts with always in Anand. I said that is the and the source of that one is God, nothing else. That's why it is as a Krishna Astakam starts with. We are going to start our conference with Krishna Astakam, and it starts with always in Anand. I said that is the and the source of Bhaje Vraje Kamandanam Samasta Papa Khandanam Swabhakta Chita Ranjanam Sadeva Nandanandanam. What God said in the first stanza, Shankaracharya ji created this hymn, and that is Bhaje Vraje Kamandanam Samasta Papa Khandanam. Only one ornament of Vraja, as Lord Krishna. Bhaje Vraje Kamandam Samasta Papa Khandanam, destroyer of all Papa. Swabhakta Chita Ranjanam, or his devotees, he is making them enjoy. Swabhakta Chita Ranjanam gives a enjoyment and bliss to his bhakta. Swabhakta Chita Ranjanam Sadeva Nanda Nandanam, the son of Ananda Kumar, that gives this bliss, that is God. So he shows the source. Vaji Vraje Kaman. There are 8 slokas. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And my morning starts with these Krishnastakam. It may start at 4 o'clock, 2 o'clock, but it starts with that. That I've made a rule now. So because this is a source of bliss. Okay. So the Nandana, Nandana, he's the son of Nanda Kumar. His foster father's name was Nanda. Yasoda Maiya's, and Nanda Kumar. And they were great devotees. That's why God God went to their place. They were not real parents or biological parents or something, but they were great devotees. That's why God did. So that is Nanda Nandana. The next name is Nanda. Nanda, here the Maha word is silent. Mahananda means great, great bliss. Mahananda means great bliss. That is Brahman. So Yove Bhuma Tat Sukham. It comes in Chandogya Upanishad. Yove Bhuma means limitless, infinite. Yove Bhuma Tata Sukham. That's where the Sukh is. Not just temporary, we are wasting time. Yo ve bhuma tat sukham. Na alpa sukham asti. In little things there is no happiness. You get little bit, no. But if you get a $10 note, will you go for that, or you will get for a bank, no? So that much difference is there, So yo ve bhuma means infinite. Infinite gives you bliss. Finite gives you temporary happiness. Finite leaves you thirsty behind. Infinite makes you purna, means your thirst is gone. Yove bhuma tata sukham. Memorize this. Yove bhuma tata sukham. Chandogya Upanishad. So this is a great teaching. Then Satya Dharma. The next name is Satya Dharma, made up of 2 words, Satya and Dharma. Satya, God is everything. Satya Vrata, Satya Karma, Satya Satya. So he is a Satya Dharma, means he is all truth, all real, and he wants us to follow Dharma. So Satya Dharma, Satya Vrata, Satya Karma. So that is the name of the God, and he says that is my function whenever I come as an incarnation, and every scripture says that. And the last name is Trivikrama. Trivikrama means three. Vikrama means steps, 3 steps. Because no, in Vamana Avtara, he covered the whole universe in 3 steps. So the three Vikrama, everything is tried. God explains everything is tried. And the one tried he wants us to cross is gunas, which we are made up of. We are made up of gunas. Our creation is made up of gunas. Mind is made up of gunas. So objects are made up of gunas. Sattva iti guna prakritir sambhava nibandhanti mahabhaho dehe namaviyam. He says that Sattva, Rajas, Tama, these are 3 gunas of which everything is constituted. And you advance wherever you are there. This is an opportunity for you to advance. If you are born as tamasic, it is your opportunity to advance to Rajas, and from Rajas to Sattva, and from Sattva to Suddha Sattva, and then you are done. So that's why he's called triad, 3 steps. He explains everything as 3 stages, 3 stages. That's what we were discussing before we started. The 3, then so that is Vivek, Vairagya, and devotion. So 3 Ds. 3 Ds give you 3-dimensional view. So of the world and creator both. So what is that? There is a discrimination, means Vivek. that discrimination brings vairagya, vairagya, and vivek and vairagya comes, the devotion is born on its own. That you will know what is real, what is unreal, what is worth following, what is not worth following, and that will take you towards the devotion to the Creator. So this is called three-dimensional Lord. That's why the God is described as Trivikrama, Sattva, Rajas, Tama, this Vivek, Vairagya, Dharma, then sleeping stage, waking stage, and deep sleep. All these goes into three, everything. No? So Maya, Mahamaya, and and Creator. So three triads of three. So that's why he's one of the names is Trivikrama, and the main one he wants us to create cross is Sattva, Rajas, Tama. If I'm born with a lot of Rajas in this life, from my previous package. So I'm full of rajas. Rajas means full of desires, full of action, full of that brings you prosperity and power. But it will rob you of time. It will not let you go anywhere else. You will go empty hand, thirsty. You will never be satisfied. So you don't want to be rajas, and running here and there like a mad dog, So you want to ascend from rajas to sattva. Sattva means you have a knowledge. Sattva means you are peaceful, you are blissful, you are kind, you are everything good. And sattva, plenty of sattva will take you to higher stage. It is called Suddha Sattva. Means you become very godly. And God then says that I will shower everything you need, and then you are with me.